In this video, we are going to show you how to play our paper prototype for Left 4 Dead, the popular co-op zombie game. Please keep in mind that when designing this paper prototype, we wanted to focus on making our players feel overwhelmed by the multiple different types of zombies that can be thrown at the player. To start the game, players are going to need the black deck of Left 4 Dead cards, the red deck of Left 4 Dead cards, a D4 and a D6, and some pens and paper to keep track of health and stats. The objective of the game is to locate the 4 helicopter part cards scattered throughout the deck. However, the deck contains a lot of other cards as well, so finding the 4 parts isn't always so easy. The most common card is the Common Infected card, which is the mob enemy of the game. There are also special infected cards that you can encounter, which consist of the Hunter, Smoker, Boomer, Witch, and the Tank. There are also 4 pain pills and 1 medkit card found in the deck, which can be used to heal survivors. Pipe bombs and molotovs can also be found in the deck, which can be used to help kill infected. Other weapon cards can be found in the deck, such as the shotgun and the assault rifle. There are also ammo cards that are used to fill up these weapons when they run out of ammo. The red deck of cards consists of the cards that you will be giving the players at the start of the game, which includes the 4 survivor cards and the 4 pistol cards. Each player will receive one of these at the start of the game. The red deck of cards also consists of a med kit and a Molotov cocktail card that can be given to any of the party members to keep in their inventory. There are also some extra common infected cards in the red deck of cards that will be put off to the side. To start, give each player a survivor card and a pistol card. The survivor cards indicate the turn order of players. After the survivor cards are given out, decide which member of your party will get the Molotov cocktail and the medkit card. After that has been decided, the game can begin. The layout of the game should look something like this. Players begin their turns by drawing a card, starting with Survivor 1, ending with Survivor 4. If any of the cards drawn are an item card, that player places that card in their inventory. If a card drawn is an infected card, that player places that card face up in their lane in front of them. Once all players have drawn their cards, the battle phase begins. After all players have drawn a card, if there are any zombies in any of the lanes, the battle phase begins. Starting with Survivor 1, Survivor 1 looks at his inventory and decides that he would like to attack one of the creatures. Since he has a pistol, Survivor 1 is going to target the common infected that is currently present in lane 3 with his pistol and attack. To attack, all players have to do with the pistol is roll the D6. Whatever number is on the die, that amount of damage is done in health to the infected. If there is more than 1 infected in a survivor's lane, that survivor may only attack the front infected. The number next to the heart indicates the amount of hit points that a zombie can take before it is destroyed. The number next to the sword indicates how much damage that zombie will do if it is able to touch a survivor. If the hunter is able to attack, it will make the player in the same lane as it unable to take their turn until the hunter is dealt with. If a smoker is able to attack, players will then roll a d4. The smoker will then incapacitate the same number that was rolled on the d4, and that player will be unable to take their turn until the smoker is dealt with. If the boomer attacks, instead of doing damage, the boomer is able to summon 2 infected in the adjacent lanes of the lane that is currently standing in. If it makes this attack before it is killed, when the boomer is killed, it will leave 1 common infected in the same lane that it was killed in. If the witch is in a player's lane, that survivor is not able to use a weapon. If that survivor uses a weapon, the witch will instantly attack them and deal damage. If the witch attacks a survivor that also has a helicopter part, that helicopter part will be shuffled back into the deck. Not only does the tank have tons of health, but is also able to deal damage to the survivor in the same lane as it, as well as in adjacent lanes. After every single survivor has either used an item or attacked, if there are any zombies still standing, then it is their turn to attack. If they are standing, they will attack the player in the corresponding lane and deal that much damage read on the card to that survivor. Survivors have 100 health. If their health drops to 0, they faint. The only way they can recover after that is to be revived with a med kit. After the infected attack, players continue the process of drawing cards until they find all 4 helicopter cards that are scattered in the deck. After all 4 helicopter parts have been drawn from the deck, the game will end unless there are still infected cards in players' lanes. Players will no longer draw cards at this point, but will instead continue to attack the infected. Once all the infected are clear from the lanes, the game is over and the survivors win.